James here from dragonblogger.com. Today I have a little walkthrough of how to install some fans into the Anidess Ai8 case. I'm moving everything from the N1 707 case into this Anidess case. My wife unfortunately thinks this case is too big and she's tripped over it a couple of times, so we're going to another ATX case. The way you look at it, you can see it's a little taller, but it's actually a good 8 inches shorter, so she shouldn't be able to trip over this. If you guys give me a couple seconds, I'll get the other case out of the way and show you guys some of the stuff of this case, some of the fans, and then how we're going to install the fans on the top. Okay, now that I have the other case out of this way, as you can see, I took the side panels off so we don't have this in the way. That's just 4 little finger tabs on the back, and that's off. You can tell there's 140 millimeter fan in there already. On the front, if you reach down here on the bottom, you can just, let's see if I can do this without making too much of a mess. Pop it apart, and your front cover's off. And here's another screen, but as you can see, there's already 3 120 millimeter fans installed. These are blue fans. So that leaves 4 fans already pre-built in. I'm going to add an extra 2 up top, and that's what I'm going to walk you guys through once I get to that point. But first, I just wanted to show you guys the fans and the cooling that it actually has. You could actually change these out. You could put some liquid cooling up here, or you can put one up here. You could even remove the HD drive, hard drive bays from in here and put a cooler down there too if you want. So if you give me a second, I'll get my tools and we'll get this apart. Okay, now that I'm ready, I can show you guys how this does. If you guys ever need to clean this air screen up top, just pop up on this. Just be careful when pulling it apart. And then inside here, I hope you guys can see this, is a thumb screw. They actually have the wires extremely tight right now, so you can't really pull the head piece away without, snugging the wires. So we will get to that in a second, and we'll get into a little better position. I'm going to cut the wires loose so we can pull it all apart. So if you give me a second. Okay, now that I'm ready for you guys, this is the fan I'm going to be placing in. This is the first player Firos fan. They actually have a rubber coating on the outside to keep the vibration down. I'm going to be placing 2 of these in here. That will make a total of, I believe 6 fans, which is great. I cut the 2 wire ties that were right here holding this, so you guys can actually see this come up. And now you guys can see right here, this screw, if you loosen this screw, it'll pull out the screen so you guys can clean the screen. We actually don't need that part because we're just adding fans. We just need the top. So we'll try to make this as easy as we can. I might just pull, most of this out if I can. But I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. So we might just set it like this, so you guys can actually see the placement of the fans. If you guys can see, I will zoom in for you. You can place 2 140 millimeter fans up in this section, or 3 120s. I'm going to be putting 120s right here, so I'll be using the 120 holes into this. So we'll pretty much, hopefully like that. I may not work that way. It may actually have to, be just 120. Just depends, because I'm actually going to use a CD drive. I'm not sure yet how we're going to work this out, so give me a few seconds and I'll figure it out, and then I'll show you guys how to connect it all. Okay, now that I have it ready, I got the screws. I had to get different screws because on my other case it ran a different style, so I had to get some screws. Pretty much we're going to set this fan in there just like this. I had to relocate my DVD drive to the bottom tray. Not a big deal. It allows me to do that, so I did that. Easy swap. This will allow me to run 2 of these fans, so that way I can actually have, you know, the 3 in the front, the 2 on the top, and the 1 in the back. I prefer a lot of cooling. I don't want my, you know, PC to get hot when it's under loads, and especially with my wife using it, she doesn't clean it as much as me, so I just wanted to make sure. Pretty much we're just going to set it right here. We're going to grab this screw and we're going to hope that I can do this opposite handed. There's one. Well, they'll do 1 and 1, and then I won't bore you with each screw, but as you can see, it's pretty simple. Once you get the top off, you can, you know, pretty much drop the screw anywhere you want to drop it and lose it, like I just did. Not sure exactly where it went, but it's a good thing about having more screws. I think it fell on the ground. We'll set this up here like this a little more. There's that. Make sure it spins. You always want to make sure it's going to spin and not touch anything. So I'm going to connect the other fan up and the other screw in this, and then I'll be back first with some more details on how to wire this, show you how to run the wires and stuff. So if you give me a second. Okay, now that I have it hooked up, I have it set up like I want. You can see the fans are in. They claim you can put 3 140s in here, or 2 140s. They claim you can put 3 120s. I personally don't think you can actually put 3 120s in here. That's just my opinion. They claim you can do it. I don't see it. So you could either put 2 140s or 2 120s. That's my suggestion. Now, you may be able to do it. Hey, that's what I got. Now, putting this back on, you just, you know, simply reverse, you know, set this back up and then snap it back in place. As you can see, I have a wiring mess right now, and this is what we're going to get to in a minute. That's back. Now this is something I wanted to show you guys. Hopefully you guys can see this. I will try to get you a little closer. Sorry if that moved a little. Right here's the pre-built-in fan hub. This fan hub actually is running a fan header, and it's also running the 3 front fans and the 1 back fan. The other 2 fans I just put in, I will actually be running off my motherboard, because I mean, even though there is 2 more spaces, I may run off the motherboard. Actually, you know what? Let's just hook it up to this right now and call it good. I will flip it around, and if you give me a second. Okay, now that I have it connected, I just pulled them through right here through the first loop, connected it, and through the second loop and connected it up. Pretty much I'm going to snug all these wires pretty tight, like it was before, and bring a wire tie around and tighten it up. That way it cleans up the mess. Most of this stuff is, you know, pretty straightforward and clean. Shouldn't be no issues. And if I have to retie it, I can cut it and tie it again. Not a big deal. Most of these headers will go through this. or an upper cable. So we'll just connect up the other wire tie right here. And that's that. Let me grab some little clips and we'll clip this little wire. And your wires are ready. That's how you install the...
Disclaimer: this product was provided to the author to do a review. All opinions are 100% authors and authors alone. For more information, visit bit.ly/dbdisclose. To have your product or brand showcased on Dragon Blogger, visit bit.ly/reviewmyproduct. Thank you for watching.